Let's talk about how I went from this to this. I'm gonna give a little bit of a backstory to answer this question, but if you're not interested in that and you just wanna learn about the transformation, then I'll put the timestamp here. This was me in high school. I definitely didn't have any muscle definition. Same thing freshman year of college, like not much changed. Got really sick my freshman year, spring semester, and lost a lot of weight, like this for about a month. I lost a lot of weight because I couldn't really eat when I was sick. So when I got better, I got into binge eating and gained a lot of weight very quickly. I stayed like this for about 2.5 years. I had all of the quick fixes. I did a juice cleanse, tried doing a ton of cardio, eating all those like low calorie versions of snacks so that I wouldn't have to change my diet. I even tried eating very little, but I didn't know about calorie density, so I was still actually eating a ton of calories. It was really hard. I felt like no matter what I did, nothing was changing. And this was the end of my senior year. The shape of my body completely changed. I had a lot more muscle definition. The change from this to this, I think, boils down to I healed my relationship with food. The reason that I was binge eating was because I was telling myself certain things were bad, and then I wouldn't have them, and then I would crave them, and then I would go and just have them in excess. But when I stopped doing that and I gave myself the space to have the things that I wanted while prioritizing the food that was going to give me the energy and the fuel that I needed, I saw such a huge difference. I think that's kind of like the rule behind 80-20, right? Like 80% of the time eat clean, and then 20% of the time honor your cravings. Shift in mindset really helped me break the cycle. It's ultimately what healing your relationship with food is, right? Like shifting your mindset. I found it so much easier to choose clean foods because I was focusing more on what I wanted to include and less on what I couldn't have. By filling my plate with all these foods that were giving me the energy and the fuel that I needed, I ended up having less room for those other foods and craving them less. I stopped seeing food as this like scary thing and started seeing it as the fuel that my body needed. Once you start to notice your body feeling better, you start to get addicted to that feeling, honestly, and then you don't even want to reach for those things that are going to make you feel worse. Obviously, working out and what I was eating was really important, but I think that mindset shift really was like the biggest difference and something that has the most longevity. Nothing wrong with the way that I looked before, but I definitely was not healthy by any means. And when I was trying to get thinner just for the sake of getting thinner, I was not getting anywhere. When I instead was focusing on healing my relationship with food, fixing my mindset, making my body healthier, that's now where I was able to have this like huge transformation. That was obviously more about healing my relationship with food, but if you guys have any questions as far as like what I was eating or how I was working out, I can definitely answer that as well. Any other specific questions? Like I haven't talked about this in a while on here, so happy to answer anything.